All right, guys, very good morning to all of you. Let's start with our today's alumni meet. Today's alumni meet, we have invited some very interesting uh, candidates who have got a lot of offers, multiple offers. We have Tushar on our show, who has got some 17 to 18 offer letters, and he has crossed a package of almost 12 lakhs. Then we have Anand, Amit, and various other people. We'll be inviting them one by one, and we'll try to ask them, okay, all the questions in detailed manner. As Tushar has got placed in almost 18 companies, I'm sure he has a lot of questions with him. So we are going to take all the questions from him, and also the PDF file. After we discuss with him, I will be taking that and I'll share with my students. Also, people, in case if you wish to talk to any of the place students, whether they are previously placed students or today whoever is placed, you can, okay, ask for the contact numbers if you wish to by calling our support team of Pankaj Sir Academy. Hello, yeah, some audio problem was there. So support team of Pankaj Sir Academy 9632629033 or the last number 455. Okay, so let's begin without wasting time now. So let's start with Tushar. So very good morning, Tushar. We have a couple of Tushar here. Please confirm your name. Is it Tushar Ranjan or is it Tushar Khan? Can you please tell me? Okay. Right. Tushar Ranjan, Tushar Khan, Tushar Paul. Can you please confirm in the chat box? Drop me a message in the chat box. Okay, Tushar Ranjan. So let me unmute Tushar. Very good morning, Tushar.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, Tushar. If you can turn on your camera, okay, that would be
Yes.
Okay. That's a request from a lot of audience we're getting actually.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, we are here. So anyways, I met him yesterday as well. I think a lot of people are already connected with him. Okay, so you've been getting a lot of popularity in PSC.
No, sir. Popularity, what?
Right, a lot of people are connecting with you.
Yeah, a lot of people are
Many people are also asking, share your offer letter with me.
Yeah. Basically, 2-3 people, they are asking like, share your offer letter.
Yes, you can.
No, sir. Basically, I think it is not possible, right? To share.
How can you share your offer letter with someone? That's your personal thing. Okay, so anyways, so Tushar, firstly, I want to congratulate you because you've given confidence to a lot of people with the kind of performance you've given in the interview. Many people, okay, are quite happy to see you here on this show, and many people are demanding that we want to interact with Tushar. We want to take all the interview questions from him. And what was your strategy? Just I believe in few days, how did you get 18 offer letters? Okay, and how did you touch this highest package? So let's start with your introduction, and then let's understand his journey and full questions in detailed manner of interview.
Yes,
we would like to hear that from you.
Basically, sir, I have completed my BTech in 2015 from civil engineering background. And like after that, I basically worked with Paytm for 2 years, around 2 years, and with OYO around 1.7 years. And basically, during my work with OYO, basically I fed up with the work. Basically, I was I was in the migration team. Basically, there is no increment and all. That's why my from the day one, basically my interest was on development. Basically, that's why I just left OYO, and I think on first day only I came to you like if I can get a job or not. I have 2015 pass out civil student, and like that, after like I got reviews from, about your institute from the Sahi blog basically. After that I joined directly, and
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
and then basically if I talk about the strategy which I follow, basically sir, from day one I used to practice what you teach us. That I used to, after the class I used to like in sit in my PG and practice for around 2 to 3 hours every day. Practice, don't try to by heart the definitions and all. Just practice. I used to code a lot, so on regular basis I used to 2 3 hours I used to code every day. And like mock is also very beneficial, I can say so. Mock also helps me like it improves my communication skills and like it build confidence. Like that. And like if I talk about the interview process, you can say like in interview six, you can the ratio will be 60/40. Okay, 60/40 means like 60% will be from your core Java part, and 40% out of 40%, 30% will be from your advanced Java, like your Spring Boot, Spring Boot Hibernate JPA, and 10% will be from your DB part, like MySQL. And
Right, Tushar. So now, firstly, tell us more about which batch you completed the course here, which all companies you got placed in, your
uh,
lowest and highest packages. Then we'll start with the questions in detailed manner.
okay, so like I have completed in PSA, I was in December 15th batch basically, and I have placed around in 18 companies. If I like right now, I don't can't remember all the company names. Still, I can tell you the like my. If I talk about my lowest package, it is of 5.5, which is like Thotai. It is basically, I think, a startup. I don't know what more about them. And my highest package is 13 LPA, which was from KPIT. And like I have around offers of above 12. I have 3 offers above 12. I have.
Okay. So now, Tushar, time to begin with the questions, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
So let's start with core Java, uh,
Okay.
with a detailed
Yeah,
and
detail.
focused thinking. All core Java questions, please do let us know which students should focus on for studying here.
Like basically, all have to focus on firstly, priority will be your OOPS concepts, 4 pillars of OOPS, and they will basically ask you scenario based questions from OOPS concept only.
Like what scenario based questions?
Like they can give you like they ask you like those things like if you have 2 classes and I want to return the parent, I want to create the parent class instance in the child class, how can we do it? Like that. Or like one or two more, like you can they will try to confuse you. They say like in one interview they try to tell me like I have 3 classes, and class A, class B, class C, and the interface D. I implement interface D in class A, then I try to extend class B and see how can we do it. Like those like these things they can ask.
Right. So it was a basic question, but you need to be focused, understand, and answer.
Yeah. Basically, you need to answer. Firstly, don't be like, I can suggest the students that don't be in hurry. Just try to understand the question first. Take your time and give them the answer.
Okay.
And also, they don't want the bookish definitions. They want your thinking, like how much you understand the concepts.
Right.
Yeah, they want, like, if you can give like with the definitions, if you can give an example of that thing, like if you are explaining if you are explaining inheritance, like if you can give an example on inheritance or polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, those things they want. And one common question is like from your OOPS concept is, if we have abstract class in, and if we can create complete methods in abstract class and both in interface, then why should we use interface to achieve abstraction? Why not abstract class? What
Right.
is
So they're
the
indirectly asking you the differences between abstract class and interface.
yeah.
Okay.
And one question is that, like, why constructor is allowed in abstract class, why not in interface?
Okay. Why constructor is allowed in abstract class? Why not in
Interface.
interface? Right.
Yeah. And one more thing, like, they will ask you, like, why default is like, what is, like, they will try to ask you how to create complete methods in interface, like without using default keyword, can we create complete?
People are asking the answer. The abstract constructor is there in abstract. But abstract
Yeah,
class you can create, but why not in
yeah,
interface?
we can create only one constructor in abstract class to initialize, like it basically helps in initialize the your basically non-static members. That's why we can, like, it helps us
Right. So as we can create static and non-static
yeah.
members basically. Okay. And you are initializing that via constructor, probably
Yeah.
using that as a setter. So when
Yes.
you create an object of the child class, so using super keyword, it will call the
Yeah. It
parent
will
class constructor and
yes.
does the initialization.
Yes.
Okay.
Like those, like, basically, if I say from core Java, minimum 30 to 40% questions will come from OOPS concept. Like, basically, sometimes they try to ask basic question: what is public static void main? What is JRE, JVM, and JDK? Difference between them. Why Java is completely not object oriented? Like, what is primitive data types? Like those questions they will ask in, like, from basic concept. After that, after OOPS concept, Java it is most important. Java it features.
Right.
From Java it, the most important thing is your lambdas expression. They will ask, like, practical things from lambda's expression, like they can ask like, we have a array list. You have to like, you have
Iterate.
iterate the array list using for each loop, how to, and lambda's expression.
Okay.
After that, the most important thing is your stream API, the super most important thing. Each
So
and
Tushar, what questions they ask in Stream API? Can you tell us?
like, they will ask, like, filter the unique elements using stream API, or they can give you a, suppose you have a student class, student object in a list, and they want you, suppose there are some marks, like student marks in the list, and they want you to add some extra marks in with the current mark. And how can you achieve it using stream API? Like,
How
in
much
that,
marks needs to be added? They tell you,
they basically
like
use.
increase the marks by 10
Yeah,
for all. Okay.
basically there we use basically map in stream. And they can they also give, like, in one interview, basically they asked me, we have an employee list where you have to sort the employees with their first name. If the first name matches, then you have to sort them according to their salary, highest salary, using Stream API only.
Okay.
Basically, that is possible basically with the help of your comparator. You have to use comparator there.
Right.
Yeah. Basically, those type of basically in Stream API they don't want definition. They will directly ask you logical questions from
Logical
Stream API.
questions.
Yeah, and each and every interview you can get a question from Stream API.
So
Guaranteed.
that's something people have to put a star mark on.
Yeah.
The Stream API concept. Students, upcoming batch, Jan 18th batch, who's going to start with placements, make a note of it. That many logical questions are coming in this area. So please
And
work on it.
if you want to perform like operations in Stream API, then you have to very thorough with the collection concept. Very much you have to treat you have to clear on collection concepts. Otherwise, you can't do that.
Yeah, Swapnil, we have Stream API concept pending in Jan 18th batch. We'll cover all these scenarios which Tushar is discussing here. We will definitely discuss that in the class.
And one more important thing in Java, it is your optional class. They will ask like, what is optional class? Basically, use to handle your null pointer exception. They will ask before Java, how can we handle null pointer exceptions? Basically, we use your null checks there to handle the null pointer exception. Then they will ask write a program for optional class. How can you handle null pointer exception using optional class? Basically, I think out of these 18 interviews, I must find this question around 15 interviewers used to ask me on optional class and Stream API. Stream API is a common question for everyone.
Yeah, nowadays it has become very popular. Stream API. I've been listening that from all the candidates, like logical questions on connection, and they're targeting Stream API.
Yeah, after that, collection is the most important thing. I can say, like in each and every interview, you are going to face the collection concept interview question.
Right.
Like they used to ask, the common question from collection is internal working of Hashmap.
Correct.
And one more question is there. What is the contradiction between hash code and equals to method?
Okay.
And difference between Hashmap and Hashtable. Where you use the Hashmap concept in your project. Basically, they want to know like collection in project area. They want to know where you have used your collection concept in project. Your basically the common question. One more is your array list linked list difference, array list difference. Like you have to go through all the collection concept if you want to answer collection.
Students are asking how from 5 lakhs you got 13 lakhs of package.
So basically, from after that, after getting offers, I used to negotiate with the previous offer.
Okay, so you should directly tell them, I have an offer of 5 lakhs already.
Yeah.
So
I basically, after getting your Global Logic and Newgen, I thought of like it is done for me. I am done. Let's see. I am not giving any interviews. Basically, at that time I got 10 LPA. But after that, suddenly one of my friend told just give LTI interview. Basically, they are forcing me to give the interview for L&D Infotech. I just give the interview and I cracked the LTI. And basically, when I saw them, like I have an offer of 10 lakhs, they directly told me we will give you 12.5. Directly. No negotiation. Just come here. Yeah.
They will never ask this, Nitish, show your project or run your project. That never happens.
Where is the like very small I gave an interview in a startup. Okay, sir. Basically, they asked me show your project. At that time, I directly denied them. I can't show you my project. What is my project? Basically, it is
because you cannot show your project code to anyone.
Yeah. A big MNC, they don't bother about what the project is and what all. They want to, like, if you have clear the things on you, if you have
So
things
are the
clear.
companies promising you training? As
Yeah,
a lot of people might have this doubt, you got placed with 13 LPA. So will the training be given? Because that is yet another question many candidates are asking. अरे
yes,
सर
sir.
13 लाख का
And
पैकेज तो लग गया है लेकिन ट्रेनिंग मिलेगा या क्या होगा? So
then,
what did they tell you?
no training, they will promise, like they will give training. They basically told that we will provide you training. That is not an issue. Basically, in KPIT, they are asked, like, giving 2 months of training, and we, like, I have a persistent system. They are giving 3 to 4 months of training on Golang.
3 to 4 months of training would be given.
Yeah, yeah.
So big MNCs will not directly put on projects usually. They need to get
Basically, we
comfortable.
don't have the domain knowledge, right? Like, like KPI, we are going from a marketing domain project. Now they have a, vacancy on your banking project, or else in, suppose, automobile sector project. Then how can they directly put us on the project? They have to give some KTN training for that.
Right. So are you still giving some interviews to Tushar or you're done?
No, I stopped giving interviews like from past 1 week.
Okay, you just stopped giving interviews.
Yeah.
So when is your joining date?
Uh, Today is one join. Basically, one company is asking me to onboard all today only. They are basically very hurry, like, just come today, just come today. But I asked them to just for Wednesday I will join. But I have a joining in on Monday basically.
So I remember Tushar interacting with me several times. I'm 2015 batch passed out. Will I get a job? Will I get a job?
Yes. That is the, like, and one more thing, sir, from string concept, like nowadays they are more focused on logical question from string.
Right. I think
Like,
Stream API is what we need to target more. One understanding. Probably we'll
and
spend more time training students on Stream API. A lot of logical questions we will try to take for students so that they're more comfortable to tackle this. Plus some questions which you have talked about the internal working of hash
has,
map,
yeah,
hash
that is
set.
the
So that's a
common
pretty
question.
common one. So I think we will target more when we are delivering that lecture. Probably
Like, they can also ask, like, when we use a put method, what it happens internally. When you use get method, what it happens internally.
right. So probably we will all consolidate this and all these things we will be keeping it in mind. So anything else, Tushar, you feel it is important? Yes, of course, Jan 18 batch we're going to have this, and the same
Thread,
recorded
sir,
lectures I will share with other students as well. Yeah.
thread concept is also important. Thread.
What concept?
Threads,
Okay,
synchronization.
threads. What did they ask you?
They
Synchronization.
basically, what is synchronization block and what is your synchronized method difference.
Synchronized block and synchronized method.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Like, how can we, like, what is the object locking concept?
Object locking concept. Okay.
Yeah. Like, one question is there, the difference between wait notify and notify all.
Right.
And your yield difference between yield join and sleep method in your thread. Yield
Right.
method, sleep method, different between yield method, sleep method, and join method.
Okay.
The
So now
difference.
let's start with the next part, advanced Java.
Yeah.
Any questions on advanced Java, which is quite important for students to focus
Like
on?
I can say, sir, from advanced Java, you have to thorough on, like, all the annotations, which, sir, already, I think in Jan 18 which sir already took the class, I think.
Okay.
All the annotations of Spring Boot and all the JP annotations.
Right.
Like, what is the importance of your properties file?
Right.
Your concept of pom.xml, like how can
Concept of?
you pom.xml, like
Okay, pom.xml.
yeah, and your
What
the
they
more,
asked in pom.xml?
like in they basically ask if we have a embedded server. Like, common question is this, like if we have a embedded server, but we want to change the embedded server to Jetty, how can we do that? Like basically we have to exclude the tomcat from the pom.xml. We have to add the like new server into the
Okay, so
pom.xml.
just
Like,
adding the tag out there,
yeah,
excluding this and adding the other tag to
yeah,
download the dependencies.
yeah.
Right.
Like one more important thing is what is starter dependency tag.
Okay, starter tags.
Yeah, and like your Spring initializer, Spring
Yes.
initializer, and most important thing is REST API.
Right.
The most important thing in
What
advance.
they are asking, Tushar, in REST API?
Like how you can consume a REST API, how you expose a REST API, like your status codes. How can you send the status codes to the client according to the need, like that? And like
Right.
one more important thing is methods, endpoints. How can you create endpoints? How you handle the incoming request from the client? Like
Right.
what is HTTP request, your HTTP methods, difference between URL and URI, do difference with do get do post. And nowadays I see that companies are not asking about sublets, not at all.
Servlets.
Yeah, not at all. They are not at all asking about sublets.
Correct, because that's outdated now. But still,
Yeah,
as a part of learning, people should know because that's where the frameworks concept becomes
yeah, basically, but you have to learn sublet.
correct.
And from Hibernate part, the session concept is very important. Session factory transaction, like how can you configure Hibernate, difference between Hibernate JPA, like what is the interfaces present inside Hibernate, yeah, what is the important interface present inside JPA, like how can you create a Pojo class. Like they are directly not asking how can you entity, they used to ask, how can you create a Pojo class.
Right. So that is our old
Yeah,
lectures. I think
yeah.
from the store section full stack,
Yes, sir,
plain
yes,
old
sir.
Java objects.
Like they want to know if you really know the concepts well or not, or just you go through a videos and all and come here and tell us the stories.
Right. Right. So, okay, coming to project Tushar, what all questions were quite important from the project part?
From project parts are the most important questions are like which collection concepts you are used in your project. Basically, we use like basically JPA returns your list. That's why we use list concept. And we use basically to store the cookies. We use here your Hashmap, and like to for the session we use your set as set. That I basically told these things.
Okay. Right.
And like they will ask
Any,
like
good.
exception handling, about exception handling in project. They will ask how you handle the exception in your project. Basically my answer for that was like I use some part I use try and catch, but we have a controller advice, we have a separate package for exception handling. Like we annotate that with at the rate controller advice, and we use at the rate exception handler to handle the exception.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Very good. So, let's move ahead a bit further. Project related things. Did they ask you anything specific to the project?
Like don't they will not ask you specific things like what this project is for, what this project solves. Like this question you can expect, but they don't go deep into the project. Basically, if you answer all the concepts in core Java and advanced part, like they don't bother about your project. Basically, as per my view, this is my what I get from the interviews. And one more thing, sir. Basically, in project part, they want like which design pattern you have used and what is the structure of your project.
What is the structure of the project?
Yeah, yeah.
So what
What
was
is
your
the,
answer?
like basically we follow MVC architecture to achieve the designing, and like we use your for design pattern we use here dependency injection design pattern. Basically, I used to tell them.
Then anything did they ask you about the technical flow of your project?
No, yes, in some interviews, basically they do ask, but if you answer all these things, no, they know the guy can answer. They don't bother about all these things. Like
Right.
how controller, they used to ask like this: how your controller works in your project, how your what is the model layer, your entity, like these things. Where you use encapsulation concept, they basically used to like this question they ask.
Right.
Uh,
So
one more question I get, like, what is Lombok? What is the use of Lombok in Spring Boot?
right. We had detailed interaction with Tushar and a lot of questions he has shared. He has also prepared a PDF file as I
Yeah,
discussed
yeah.
with him.
Basically, this the PDF file, like I have shared a Google Drive, and in that Google Drive, if one go through that drive, then he can crack any interview. Any interview, I can guarantee that.
Right. So there's a detailed work.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That is my hard work of 3 months.
it's not Lambo, it's yeah,
Lambok.
Lambok it is actually, which helps us to remove the boilerplate code.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Basically, the getters, setters, and all can be reduced. Okay. Right.
And from SQL part, basically, in all every interview, I face basically SQL questions. But I used to tackle that like we use basically Hibernate JPA, so we don't write explicitly the SQL codes. But I know the concepts so that they don't go deep into the SQL part.
Right. So how many days did it take for you to get 18 offers, and how many calls you were getting in a day?
So if I can say, every day I used to get 6, 7 calls minimum, and
Okay.
in some days it goes around 10 calls, 12 calls, 13 calls.
So how happy your family members are, Tushar?
My family is very, 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 very much happy.
Very
Seriously,
happy. Okay.
seriously.
Right. So it was nice talking to you, Tushar, and thank you for joining
And
us.
sir, my main advice to students, like practice every day. What sir told, like sir teach practice. Come like sit for 2 3 hours. It maximum class will take 2 to 3 hours to practice. After that, don't by heart the definition. Try to learn the things. Don't by heart. Just try to like write programs. If like maximum program you have to write maximally. Sir, if you practice codes, then you can definitely get the things, and like you can crack an interview if you practice the code. Basically, Java is basically you have to code only after getting a job.
Right.
That's how you have to practice. And in project part, I can say like the project you have to practice 10 times, 20 times. Otherwise, you can't explain properly the project. You have to understand the flow properly, and you have to practice.
So guys, I hope your mindset, okay, you should start tuning it to what Tushar is telling, that how to prepare, what needs to be done. Okay. The reason for having a detailed chat with him is You should understand how his presentation was, right, in the interview. What all topics that he has targeted basically, okay, to get a job. So those questions, what we are going to get it from all the students placed from here. You people have to keep it in one place and go through all the questions, because I'm sure when whatever classes we are taking, questions given by the place students, when you combine these two things and you study, the placement chances becomes very high, right? So
Yeah, and so one thing is that other than practice, there is nothing you can't achieve. You can't achieve.
right,
If you think like I will by heart the things in 1 month and I will give the interview, definitely that is not going to happen.
right.
Like
So you,
after completion of the course, I think that was April 8 or 9. I don't remember the date. It was Saturday when our course is completed. And basically, I uploaded my resume on that day only. And I got a call on Monday. I started getting calls from Monday, and on by Tuesday, I have an offer letter in my hand.
Tushar, how was our strategy of placements? Did you really
The
like that?
strategy, sir, strategy. I can say I think in bank in India, the placement strategy is the best thing in PSA. And learning wise also, I can say if you go anywhere, they will take you around 7 months or 1 year to teach you Java. But here, you in 3 months, like you get to learn all the concepts of Java. I can say like this is the great thing. You are doing a great job, sir. Seriously,
Right.
you
Thank
are
you so
making
much.
the making the lives like you are making lives seriously.
Right. Thank you so much, Tushar. We're very happy to see you here on our show. I've been seeing whenever
Thank you,
Tushar
sir.
comes to our institute, he's surrounded by people. Right? So everybody is asking him the same questions in the institute, and I
So
think he's become
see,
more noticeable and a popular person in our academy.
see, if I can get, I have a civil student from 2015 batch. If I can get 13 LPA, then anyone can get who is working hard. Seriously, sir. I used to sit, sir. I remember for past 2.5 months, I used to sit around 9 at night. Basically after change my room from BTM to Marathali, I came Marathali after 1 or 1.5 months, and after that I used to sit at the night. I around 8 I sit for studies, and I completed my studies around in morning 10.
We used to study night 8:30 to morning 10.
Yeah, basically we are two guys. Basically, me and my roommate, we used to sit and study till morning.
See, that's the seriousness, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Uh, the best results when you get when the candidates have become very serious what they want to do, because that's where their learning amplifies 10 times. They start building that common sense, what we should study, okay, what we should learn, things like that. So that is something, we always tell all the students that please stay focused, do not get diverted, and all you need to do 3 months is practice, 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 right? No
Like
diversion.
my one more advice is don't think that everyone is getting placed like just by hatting and all. Don't think like that. Everyone is putting their hard work. Then only they will get a job. Not by
Right.
simply you can't get a job.
Yes, true. They have to really understand the concept, adopt the skills, such that they speak naturally,
Yeah.
right? And they speak what they've understood. So that is important. What you've understood, speak that as it is.
So in total, I have given like 20 interviews. I got rejected in two, like in your Mercedes in techno managerial round, I got rejected, and uh, in your Deloitte, I got rejected in third round. Basically, 2 rounds I have cleared, but in third round I got rejected.
Thank you so much. For joining us, and we had a
Thank you, sir.
detailed chat with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And I am, sir, looking forward when you are going to start the multi-module project, that thing.
Definitely, we will take out time. We will begin with that. Surely, we will communicate to you about it, Tushar, about the multi-module project developments, how we do it in Spring Boot. Definitely, we will start with that.
And one of
Right.
my friend is also there. He's from 2016 MTech pass
Who is the
out.
one sitting next to you? Actually, the same bench is to sit
No,
next to you.
no, he is not here. He's in his home. He is Amit Sharma.
Correct. I have his name here in the list, Amit Sharma. But no, he was your batch student only, or your senior?
Yeah, he is from my batch only.
So you used to sit together, right?
No, he's an online student and I am an offline
Okay.
student. Basically, we just I don't know how we but now we are like best friends.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay, Tushar. Okay, bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you.
okay, congratulations. Okay, on
Thank you,
this
sir.
great success.
Thank you,
Let's
sir. Thank
invite.
you, sir. Because
Go ahead.
of you only, sir. Everything what I am achieved today because of you, sir. I can say it is less like it is. How can I thank I'm not getting the thing?
Thank you so much, Tushar. Okay, and definitely, if you want to thank me, take me out for a treat once you get your
Yes,
first salary.
sure. I am planning for that only, sir. I am thinking this weekend, like coming weekend. If you are agree,
First,
then
you
we
get
can.
your 1 month salary. We'll wait for that. We
Okay.
want Tushar to get his salary, and once you get your first month of salary, then I'll be joining you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah. Congratulations once again. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Okay, let's invite the next candidate for the day. Okay, Anand Kumar. Yes, we have here Anand. He was there in our institute just 3 days back. So I had a detailed chat with Anand.
So good afternoon, sir. Firstly,
Yeah, very good afternoon, Anand. We're not able to hear you, Anand.
yeah. So can you hear me right now?
Your voice is little low.
Okay. Sir, I'll try to just little bit increase my tone, sir. I think.
Yeah, some problem. I think you can speak a bit louder and try, Anand.
Yes. Uh, hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can, but still there is a bit of issue with the audio.
Sir, can I just switch off my video so that I think because of network issue.
Okay, switch off the video, is it? Yeah, try.
Sir, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you right now.
Yeah, because of some I think internet issues, sir. Maybe that.
Yeah. So consuming of bandwidth probably.
Yes,
Okay, so we are putting Anand. Okay, a bit offline from the camera, but I think the interactions is more meaningful now. So Anand, let's start with your introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage? Which company have you got placed in, your package?
Yes, sir.
Let's begin with that.
So my name is Anand Kumar, and currently I'm residing in Bangalore, and I've done my mechanical engineering from in 2013, and after that, sir, I worked for Axis Bank for a period of 2 years, and then I joined Pankaj Sir Academy, where I got learning of this Java, whatever sir you have taught me. And sir, coming to my interview part, sir, I have attended 10 to 12 interviews. The company name is Newgen, Nokia, CGI, 5 Exception, Exino, Unizen, Epicor. So out of this company, sir, I was selected in two companies. First one is Newgen, and second one is Nokia. And in Newgen, I was offered 7 LPA, and in Nokia, I was offered 12 LPA.
Okay. So Nokia 12 and Newgen was 7 LPA.
Yes.
Okay. I think Anand, if you can turn on the camera, let's give a try once because a lot of students are demanding the interaction would be more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, because I can probably see and talk.
Yes,
It's
sir.
more nice to see on camera. So Anand, firstly, let's start with the interview questions.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
yes, sir. Sir, like there are a few things like which I have noted down, sir. Like what like I have experienced in my interview. Basically, like whenever like any candidate like after completing the course in PSA, what I will suggest them is like there are totally like four important topics. Firstly, they should just jot down these four important topics initially. So the first topic will be sir, the oops pillars, because in every interview they will definitely ask you this question: explain me the concept of oops. So once you try to explain them like the concept of inheritance, so they're okay. But once you come to polymorphism, then what happens in polymorphism, they will dig you for 10 minutes. In polymorphism, I will just bifurcate over here like what all basically they dig into. They will come into runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism first of all. So here I wanted to like just tell the students like focus mainly on overriding and overloading, because here you have to understand like this runtime polymorphism is overriding, and compile time polymorphism is overloading. Many as times during the interview, they will get fumbled, they will get confused. So this thing, just keep in mind like what is runtime polymorphism, what is compile time polymorphism difference. They will definitely ask you. The second question after answering this, they will tell you just show me by writing a program how you will implement runtime polymorphism. So here, like when they are telling you to write a program to like display this runtime polymorphism, you have to just remember the concept what sir has initially taught. Ki like whenever like you're creating a object of child class, you have to save the address of the child class in the parent class reference variable. Suppose A is the parent class, B is the child class, so that B address will be shared in the uh, reference variable of the parent class. So this one liner, they only just want to listen. Many a time students at that point of time, they will not able to remember this point. So that's why I have just stressed into this part. Just remember runtime polymorphism implementation through a program, and the difference between runtime and compile time. Because what I have faced from my 10 interviews, I think 7 interviews have asked me this question, same question in CGI, in Epicor, in Nokia, in 5 exception, in Exino. In all these companies, I have been gone through the same question. Coming a bit further from here on, they will definitely ask you question from exception. In exception, the most important topic is a finally keyword, because I think out of 15 interviews which I have faced, in 12 interviews they have asked me, firstly, try to explain me what is finally. Is finally compulsory to use after try catch block? And we know that like finally keyword we are using like in order to like close the database connection or in order to close the file. So here like what they can ask you like keeping these two condition aside, what are the other condition through which finally block can operate? So here one condition what sir has taught is if the system can crash, or by writing the function system.gc in finally block, then other than these two which I have told earlier, like these two logics you can write into the finally block. Sometimes like they try to trick you, they just try to understand whether you have the deep understanding of finally block or not. And after that sir, like in exception, definitely in 3 or 4 companies, good companies, they will ask you about this customized
Can you just
exception.
repeat that once? About the finally block, what you said.
Yes sir.
Swapnil wants to know that.
See, like in finally block, like we know that like finally clock block is an extension of try catch block. Firstly, so why we write finally block? The interviewer asks you. So you have to answer. You'll answer definitely like generally in order to close the database connection, or if we have opened any file in our try block, and if any exception has occurred, we have gathered that exception in the catch block, and after the exception is being handled, we are closing the file in the finally block. So that file.close function will be mentioned in the finally block. So they will tell you, okay, but apart from these two logics that you have told me, database connection closer and file connection closer, is there anything what we can write into this block? So basically this system.gc also, if we will write, then also properly the program can terminate. So this answer you can give apart from these two logics. Sometimes they try to trick you. Apart from these two, what all do you know regarding finally block?
Right. So he's talking about is You can write system.gc, which in turn calls the finalize method, the garbage collector.
Correct.
Okay, and you can make a request. System.gc, it invokes the garbage collector. I think recorded series 2, the very first lecture on
Right.
finalize method, the garbage collection, you can see what is system.gc, should get an idea.
Because sir, why I stressed so much here in finally block is because I have initially, when I gave 2 interviews back to back, they have asked me the same question, sir, and I got fumbled. I couldn't able to answer it properly. So then I referred to your recorded lectures, and there I got a like very good understanding about finally block. And then after that, again when I given some more interview, again I was asked the same question. But at that point of time, I just gave them a proper reply. So
Right.
please focus on this part. After coming to this block, they will definitely try to dig you in the like this customized exceptions using this throw and throws keyword. Definitely they will ask you the difference between throws and throws, and also in some of the companies they will tell you like how this throws and throws keyword basically you implement in a program, because we all know that like generally uh, throw keyword we are using for customized exception by creating our own exception. Suppose if we have to create any own exception, we'll use throw keyword. So how you will use this throw keyword? So you have to just answer that we will use this throw keyword inside any block or inside any method. But this throws keyword is used in the method signature basically. So this difference generally they just want to know. This is an important point. So sir, apart from that, like coming from the exception concept now going further on, Java 8 features definitely, sir, in I think 60, 70 companies, they will definitely ask you Java 8 features, but they will like not dig into the details. You have to just mention 3, 4 features. But but under Java 8 features, once you take the name of this Java, this stream API, because that also comes under Java 8 only. So then they will definitely question you for 10 minutes over there. And that is a very, very
Right.
important, as Tushar also mentioned. And sir, what uh, I will tell you, like here, whatever like opportunity I have got in Nokia or in Newgen, it's just because of Stream API only. Because
Okay.
I have covered these concepts very thoroughly. What they will tell you firstly, he firstly explain what is Stream API. So, sir, whatever you will give the definition firstly about the Stream API, and then the bifurcation of Stream API is there is a configuration of Stream and there is a processing of Stream. Configuration of Stream, there are two functions like this map and filter. You will explain. Processing of Stream, there are various functions like for each function is there, like two arrays function is there, max, min, sort, and compare to. So these four functions which I have told you, these are the most important functions where like by using this function, what you can do is you can solve algorithms using like any arrays. Definitely they will give you after this question, they will throw one programming to you. Suppose they will give you an array and they will tell you try to sort this array using Stream API in ascending or descending order firstly. So you can directly use one liner command, that sort command. You can use it if it is in natural sorting, and you can just store that elements into a for each loop. They can again dig you question key like just sort the array into a descending order. So descending order, you can just use a compare to function over there. That lambda's expression I2 comma I1, then I2 compare to I1, and then store the elements into for each loop. So
Right.
so yeah, so basically like once you answer the Stream API concept, then they will dig you definitely these two questions. They will definitely ask you about the sorting of arrays in ascending as well as in descending order.
Got this. Got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not you, Anand. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Please go.
So, sir, like once the Stream API concept is done, so they will definitely ask you question in ascending as well as descending order program. They will just try to understand whether you are having that one-liner concept of Stream API or not. So that's why I'm just stretching over here in Stream API, max function, minimum function, compare to function, sort function. Please revise this a little bit. There's only one liner code. If you practice this 3, 4 times, definitely in 5 or 6 companies, they will definitely ask you question
Guys, I
over
hope
here.
you're making a note of it, what Anand is telling. Stream API is talking about compared to max and whatever functions is mentioned about. Please listen very carefully. As I said, the questions given by the place student are so important, okay, before you start with placements, right? So please very carefully listen what they're telling.
And like sir, like after Stream API, they will some companies will dig you upon string concept. Basically, this double equals and this equals EQUALS. They will definitely what they will not ask you the direct difference between them, because everyone knows the difference. What they will do is they will give you two kind of small program, like S1 is equal to double quotes ABC and S2 is equal to double quotes ABC. Yeah. So, bro, like they will give you like this S1 is equal to double quotes ABC, S2 is equal to double quotes ABC. And then they will ask you now differentiate, like if S1 is double equal to S2 or S1 dot EQUALS S2. So in this case, like seeking the above two condition, which will give you true and which will give you false. So here you have to just analyze over here, because this double equals to basically will give you the value of the address of the S1 and S2 variable, and equals will give you the exact value. So equals EQUALs, because ABC S1 S2 is there, so it is true, and that will be false because both the address of S1 and S2 will be stored into different variables. So this is a very important concept. In some of the companies they will definitely dig you in double equals and EQUALs. After that, like coming to the thread concept, thread is also like very important, but like you don't have to cover complete concepts of thread. I'll just tell you in brief what are the important parts. Firstly, they will ask you how you will create a thread. So you just have to remember this thread class and runnable interface, basically that's all. After that, what they will ask you, what is deadlock in thread? This is a very important question. In 5 to 6 companies I have got the same question. They will just ask you explain the deadlock concept, because deadlock, we all know that when one thread is operating at a time, so the other thread at that same point of time can't read or write data on the same bucket. Once the first thread will release the lock, then only the second thread will able to perform the operation on the same bucket. This is the main concept for deadlock. They will definitely ask you deadlock. Once you answer deadlock, they will come to same concept of strip locking, which comes under the collection concept. So strip locking, what happens key, like whenever one thread is operating on a particular bucket, and when it releases it lock to the second thread which wants to operate on the same bucket for reading or writing data, then in this case we tell it as a strip locking. So basically you can relate deadlock and strip lock. Definitely these two like topics which I have told you, it's important related to interview part. Coming further down, like in regular expression, I was asked in one of the interviews, like it was very rare because they will not ask you questions in regular expression. But just to be on a safer side, what you can do is like just what they can ask you, how can you validate any data with respect to name or mobile number? So here, like you can just mention over them, because the programming part is a little bit complex over here. So you can just tell them, sir, ma'am, by using regular expression, there are some inbuilt functions like regex is there and equals method is there. By using that method, we can solve this, validate any data. So one question only was there from regular expression. Apart from that, like coming to the collection concept, which is very important, they will definitely ask you questions like array list and linked list difference. After that, internal working of Hashmap, difference between Hashmap and hash table. So these three things, mostly in most of the companies, I think like definitely like they will definitely dig you into in collection concept. And once you answer the theoretical concept of these three topics, then they will give you some questions related to arrays. Like they will give you some integers arrays or string arrays, and then they will just tell you to like sort the arrays in ascending order or descending order. So in this case, like firstly they will just try to check your logic, and after that, like you can, they're also expecting you like to just use this collection concept, where you can use array list, where you can use linked list. So basically this is in collection concept. Coming further, just one word, remember the synchronization. This is a very important terminology. Definitely in 5 to 6 interviews I was asked about this terminology, synchronization. Synchronization, basically they are relating this again with the thread concept, because we know that like whenever like we are using the keyword synchronization, the data corruption chances will get nil. It will decrease the performance, but with respect to thread safety part, your equipment will be very, very safe. So this synchronization keyword, just go through it, because in 5 to 6 companies I was asked about the synchronization keyword. In some of the companies, generally they are not, as Tushar mentioned, surveillance and all. Yeah, definitely they are not asking it. But yeah, in most of the companies, what they are asking is to write the database connection, because sometimes what happens ki we generally ignore this point ki when we are studying JDBC, when sir is teaching JDBC, so at that point of time we are thorough with it, but coming to Spring Boot, Hibernate, web services, the previous data is gone from our mind. So I'll just advise over here to you guys, please remember the database connection, because in 3 to 4 companies the code for writing the database connection was asked from the interviewer side. So it's very, very important. And one more question, what they can ask you is like, whenever you are like doing any coding part in your project, what is the SQL exception you have got into your console part? This is also one of the very practical question that most of the interview will ask you. So here, what you can answer is like during like when you were doing one mini project in like regarding this JDBC servlets and all. So whenever this inside the try class block, when you are loading the driver into the class, that is class dot for name, then double quotes JDBC MySQL localhost so and so. So here what happens if the code is not proper, class dot for name, definitely you will get class not found exception, which comes under SQL exception. This example you can give. In most of the companies I was asked about this, so you can just keep this point also in mind. Apart from that, now coming to the advanced JE question. So the questions which I have shared like with you right now, as of now, like I think I have covered 5 to 6 topics. I'll tell you, to crack any interview, firstly, if you are thorough with this concept what I have told you, 80% chances you have already cleared the interview, because initially the interviewer is just checking whether you have the complete fundamentals about this concept or not. If you are doing some mistakes in advanced JE, but you have given a proper response for the core Java, the topics whatever I have uh, told you now, if you are given 10 out of 7 answers right, definitely the chances of getting selection is high. So please, what I can recommend you, ki this core Java concept, whatever topics I have told you, this is very, very important with respect to cracking any interview. Now coming to the advanced Java question. In advanced Java, basically, they will firstly ask you about the Hibernate. What is basically Hibernate? Where have you applied this OOS concept into your project? Basically, you have to tell them whenever like you are creating entity class, so encapsulation was applied. When you are writing coding into the service layer for database operation or any business logic, you're writing into your code. So there you have used the concept of inheritance. Basically, they just wanted to know in which layer, in which all OOPS concept you have applied. So this you have to just go through a little bit. Apart from that, this Spring Boot annotation and this JPA annotation, which definitely sir would have given when you will be like taking this JE advanced classes. So this annotation, definitely in every interview they will ask you questions. These are very simple part. Coming to the further part of web services and microservices, definitely they will ask you question about difference between monolithic and microservices concept. They will tell you, tell me about web services, something about that. They will ask you one definite question. In good MNCs, what they will ask you, ki, which version of Java have you used, and which version of tool have you used, and how many tools have you used? These 3 questions back to back. So just remember, we are using right now 1.8 JDK. Firstly, in STS, we are using 4.8 version tool. And the tools that we are using is STS, Eclipse, and this Postman. Once you answer that, sir, I have used Postman tool, they will dig into RESTful API concept. So in RESTful API, I think like whatever like sir has explained, like in such a beautiful manner, he like if you go through in one time only, you will get to know like how to explain that part. Basically, they just try to know by the annotation of @REST controller that is used for exposing the web services, and then comes the JSON object. which will be taken by the consumption team. They will analyze the JSON object, use the annotation address request body, convert the JSON object into Java class object into the DTO layer, and then from the DTO layer in the integration layer, they will take the help of the REST template class, and then any updation of data or any operation of the data needs to be performed by the consumption team, the team who is consuming the data. That operation will be done by the consuming team. Just like this, you have to just explain them. So why I like explained over here is, my point is, he never ever try to learn whatever sir is teaching, whether it's core Java or advanced Java. Just try to analyze the concept. If you just understand whatever sir is telling you in the recorded lectures, if you just watch just lectures 3 times, just 3 times back to back, you watch that lectures and just try to analyze whatever each and every word sir has told into that lecture. Definitely I can tell you, all that frameworks, whatever you have to answer into the interview, that will automatically get formulated into your mind, and you will calmly answer all the questions. The first and the foremost thing to get placed is, you have to be patient and you have to be calm. As by my experience, I'm telling you, when I started my interview, so during my first 5 to 6, I'm a very calm person, I know, if anyone will ask me what my personality, so I'm very cool. But sometimes what happens ki during interviews, a cool person can also become nervous. So when I gave 5 to 6 interviews at that point of time, I was not able to handle that pressure. I was fumbling also. But after that, when I analyze where I was going wrong, and I tried to be calm at a particular situation, definitely your efficiency will get improved. So these are like something non-technical which I am telling you. If you just a little bit keep focus onto this non-technical things also, when interview will come, it will definitely help you a lot. And rest of the part, I know like sir is taking very good care, like in the academy, and just follow sir. You don't have to like go anywhere else. I can assure you that you are at the right place. Whatever sir is teaching you, you just have to follow that. And after following, don't mug up. Just try to what I told you 3 times. Just, if you're not able to understand also, just make sure that 3 times every day you watch the lectures, because I know every day sir will take lectures for around 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But the 30 to 45 minutes wordings of sir, I can assure you, each and every one, each and every word which sir will speak in that 30 to 45 words, that is worthless, that is priceless. If you just analyze each and every word, now I can assure you, you will definitely grab all the concepts and you will excel in any of the interview. So I'll just hand over now to sir.
Right. So, Anand, it was really a detailed explanation, and you have just explained things so well. Okay, your presentation, superb. You're really a cool guy. I can basically, and the kind of detailed inputs what you've given, I think people should watch your video 3 times now. I literally feel that because I've been, listening very carefully. I did not even basically interrupt you in between because when I was just thinking about it, wow, this guy has got clarity. He's really done lot of analysis. Each and every concept he has understood. Right? When you say don't by heart, understand. Anand has really done that. Okay, and answers given by you. Okay, juniors studying here, please watch this clip several times. I'm telling you this, right? Because the kind of answers he has given, the stream API, which he has done an eye opener. Okay, for the juniors, telling that these methods, which are very important, please go through that. This small inputs given by the play students, this will help you to not fail in more interviews. Okay, it will help you to be prepared before you attend, right?
Yes.
And coming to the point, uh, What else? I think it's such confidence giving. That's what I can
One,
tell.
one last
Sure.
one last point I just wanted to add over here. Like I just told about the theoretical parts. Only one like last point about the programming, because many a times what I have felt during my interview experience also, sometimes this coding, whatever the interview will definitely give you 2 to 3 codes to write after the theoretical explanation. So like how to approach that coding. So my like recommendation to all the candidates over here will be like whenever like they are giving you coding question, so basically just believe in approach, because since you have studied and then you are facing the interview in front of the interview, so firstly you have to believe in your approach, and don't jump into the output of that program, whether like I'll be getting the output if my code is getting incorrect, because at that point of time your mind will get stuck and like you will not able to think beyond that scope. So my recommendation will be like just follow your approach. Suppose while following that approach, if you are writing an incorrect code also, just keep on writing it and try to explain whatever approach in your mind you have developed at that point of time, and you are just trying to explain that approach to the interviewer. It will definitely help you to crack the interview, because the interviewer is not checking whether the code is correct or not. He is just checking the approach with which you are solving that problem. Basically this is what basically you have to do in the practical world also. Whenever like you're joining any organization, you have to just try to solve a particular problem by giving them a resolved solution. So solution will not come at a time. Sometimes it will take days or months also. So that's why the interviewer also, when he is giving you any program, so he's not expecting that you will write that code very accurately or you will give the output of that code. If the code is incorrect also, just try to explain them the approach. Because most of the time what happens is, sir, if the uh, code which is asked by the interviewer is a bit tough, then sometimes students what they will do is after 1 line or 2 line of code, they will just try to escape that, and they will tell, sir, I won't be able to solve it. Don't use this word. Just try to explain your approach and then terminate the program. Just, but at least try to explain the approach, because if you're not explaining the approach, the interviewer will think that you are not trying. You have to show that like you are trying, you are working hard, even if you don't know the concept, but still by your approach you are trying to find a solution for a particular problem. That's all.
So Anand, you're getting a lot of comments. People are telling there's a KGF music running behind you when you're talking. They've made you a KGF hero. Somebody's saying you're really Anand Kumar of IT sector.
So it's all because of you, sir. Like I can just assure one thing, like from a mechanical stream coming to this like background, like I've learned a lot from you, sir. Like your recorded lectures, when I met you also like 2 days back, as I told you, sir, like it's just that like that clarity of explanation, like whatever is needed with respect to candidates' perspective, sir. Like it's hats off, like whatever, like sir, you have prepared and like what you are like giving to students and like helping them to achieve their goal. So I can just say like even everyone who's listening right now, whether like offline or online candidates, like you are definitely, you don't have to think. You just whatever sir is teaching you, whatever form of lectures you are getting from the PSA Academy, it is more than sufficient, and like you'll be just at the tip of the iceberg after completing this course. I can assure you, if you are serious and whatever sir is telling you, just implement that.
Right. So Anand, it was really nice talking to you, and I would connect with you personally because I see a different spark in you while talking to you.
Yes, sir,
Most
definitely,
probably
sir.
after the alumni meet, I'm going to connect with you.
Yes, sir.
There are a few more things I want to discuss with you. Okay, which is a kind of a surprise for you. Okay, from my side. But what a surprise! I'm going to tell you probably after the alumni meet is done and I
Yes, sir.
connect with you.
Definitely,
Right?
sir. It will be an honor for me, like speaking to you, sir.
So we're very happy because see, I expect every student who's getting placed to give a detailed input. That is what we're waiting for. And after so many alumni meets today, Tushar, Anand, though they have spent a lot of time, but still there's a lot of clarity they have given to all. Okay, which should help you. That should help us to get more results, in fact, at PSA, right? So minute things when you start working on, I'm sure, the results will be far better. Okay, so that's it about Anand Kumar. Okay, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very happy to see you here. So keep
Yes.
growing, Anand, and I wish and pray that you keep progressing from here non-stop, and you'll be successful and be a very excellent, IT employee, and
Thank
keep
you, sir.
growing,
Thanks a lot.
okay, in your future. Right? Thanks so much, Anand.
Thank you,
Right?
sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah.
Thank
So
you, sir.
there are two stars of today, Tushar and Anand. We have met them, right? And thank you so much. Okay, Anand. Bye bye. Take
Yes, sir.
care. Let's invite the next candidate now. Okay. So I'm going to invite now Amit. Okay. So we have here Amit Sharma. Very good afternoon, Amit. We started the show in the morning, but now it's afternoon almost. So good afternoon, Amit.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Right. Yeah, Amit.
How are you?
So
How are
let's
you,
start
sir?
with your introduction, and Amit, the best view comes after the hardest climb.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly,
so
sir. This is just because of you, sir. Actually, I was supposed to be on camera, but I am traveling somewhere, just waiting for my call. So sorry for that. But whatever I have achieved till now in terms of the IT sector, that totally belongs to you. You are not just a trainer, you are just a life changer, what I can say. I am 2016 pass out electronics and communication background, and I have never thought that I will be hired by these many companies or in a very short period of time after completing the training of yours. But initially, when I communicated to you at the starting, around it's 17th of December, I have joined 15th December batch. So you said me, Amit, I can assure you, you will be getting good number of offers. So that really motivated me, inspired me, and straight away I said, sir, I totally trust you. I totally trust your teaching, and I followed blindly whatever you said. And today, sir, I can say I'm having 6 offer letters of the renowned MNCs. And just in the sitting and waiting for my turn of this alumni meet, I just got call from Volkswagen IT services that you are now selected for the managerial round. So, sir, I cannot describe my feelings for you and what you did for me. And myself and my wife has also joined your batch. So we are the husband-wife combination, and she is also going to start the placements in couple of days. So, and my friend Tushar and Anand has given all the brief introduction, all the questions which were asked, and almost I have the same questions and same methodology, but I will simply share one of my experience in an interview in Birlasoft. So I was giving the Birlasoft interview. There was, I don't know, he was a technical lead in the Birlasoft. He just wanted to inquire something to me related to the project. So I was just giving the answers related to the annotation, model mapping, dependency injection, at the rate AutoWire. So he said, Amit, do one thing. Yes, sir. Just open your notepad, share your screen. Okay, sir. Can you write all the layers that the controller layer, repository layers, utility layers, services layer, entity layers that you have developed in your project? So मैंने कहा yes sir, why not? I can do that all. So I just written the syntax of all the layers, just filled up all that notepad sheet. So immediately he said it's okay from my side. Okay then. मैंने कहा, okay sir, have a nice day, he said. And after 10 minutes, I got a call from HR. Amit, you are straight away selected. And if you have any offer, so you can show it. And they offered me 7.5, sir. My highest package is 7.5, and lowest package is in intelligent system, that is 5.5.
wow. So that was a really amazing explanation. So today is a day where I have a lot of people where I
Yeah.
see change in approach in terms of explanation, right? And that was an amazing thing. Look at the confidence. That's why I said practice the project 10 times. Practice
Sir,
every class 10 times.
exactly, sir. So whenever in the class you mentioned practice the project 10 times, so that I had this question in mind that how can I practice it 10 times? Then, sir, I thought if you are the dabang of this IT industry, so you knows things better. So it requires to practice 10 times. So what I did, sir, I started building the project in the Spring Boot itself. Then I filled up my notebook on which I practiced a lot. I started writing the codes layer by layer in my notebook, and I have consumed around 3 or 4 notebooks in the project itself. And in your whole course, I have consumed around 7 notebooks by practicing. And I practice around 3 to 4 hours daily. And sometime when there is a white label error, so I spend a whole night also to check where the error is. So but the thing is in mind was there that I have to do something. I don't have to waste this time, wait this opportunity. And sir, you filled confident in the candidates like me. So I have too many friends who have also joined your 22 batch. I have passed my messages to all them that if you want to switch from any other industry to the IT, so you have to move to the PSA East or best. Pankaj sir is the best. What I say right now, sir. And
So much, Amit. And I'm very happy. Okay, I remember chatting with you when you said
yeah,
husband and wife combination. I remember
yes,
that.
sir, yes,
We had a
exactly.
chat in the live session as well, and you had said that both of us get joined for the
Yeah,
program. And
yeah,
I remember
exactly, sir.
I'm able to reconnect
Uh,
all my old memories.
Yes, sir. My wife is also going to start, sir, in a couple of days because we have a small baby. So she takes care of her, and I attend the interviews and all. So now, when I will be joining soon, so I will take care of the baby, and she will be doing all the interviews and all. And one of my relative is my brother. He is also working somewhere in Gurgaon in an MNC, but he want to switch in the IT. So he has also joined your 22 batch, and one of my friend is also joined your 22 batch. So they were not getting the direction how to switch. They were randomly studying from the YouTube. Somebody was studying AWS, somebody was studying these things. Then I said, these you have to be go in an organized way. You have to follow a trainer who has the international standard. So and the result is in front of them. So now they call me, भाई अब कौन सा ऑफर मिला, भाई आज कौन सा ऑफर आया. तो मैं जब
Right.
उन्हें बताता हूँ तो they are just shocked, and they just cannot say anything. They are just happy, and that is
Amazing.
all because of you, sir.
No,
And I
actually,
have this plan, sir. Whenever I will be joining the company, or whenever I will be in Bangalore, straight away after the airport or railway station, I will reach PSA, and I will just touch your feet. And I have decided that you to be my guru for the next of my life. So whenever I need your blessings, I will be there in the PSA, sir.
wow. Amit, I'm so happy to listen to my students today. I'm telling this. I never mentioned this in any alumni meets, but I'm seeing the confidence. Anand, Tushar, the way Amit is actually, sharing his journey, especially the Birla soft thing, what he said, like, the test he said, open up a notepad, start writing down the code there directly. And he filled 7 notebooks almost, and he got through. I think this is a learning thing for all the juniors. Just you need to understand how dedicated these students were and how much time they have spent. A white label error, and he has spent the whole night to
Yes,
resolve
sir.
that. And imagine how much learning you would have had, how much things you would have referred online by himself, and he finally resolved it. And the happiness that you get when
Yeah.
you resolve the problem by yourself is like something very different.
Yes, sir. And sir, one more thing I would like to add. I have right from the 15th of December, I have only escaped only 2 to 3 mock sessions. I can say I have attended mock sessions daily, and I also motivated my friends who are my mock friends. Then if you want to be in the mock group with me, so you have to attend daily. Or if you are not attending, so you have to intimate me, because we have to be serious in 3 months. So those who are not serious, so we are not going to take them. So they are also happy, sir, my mock friends. And in the end of this PSA journey, I got a very good friend of mine, that is Tushar. I got him, uh, and he randomly we were started communicating with each other, and now he's one of my best friend. We usually communicate with each other, discuss things. भाई आज कौन सी ज्वाइन करनी है, भाई आज इसका कॉल आया था. भैया जिसका आया था, भाई पंकज सर से पता करना क्या करना है आगे. So it's all a great collaboration, a team effort, sir. I would like to thank you, Sania ma'am, and I would like to mention here the Roshan sir, the whole PSA team, and one thing I would like to say to all the juniors, questions and all have been discussed by these Tushar and Anand in a very brief way, in a very beautiful way. So I just want to say, just focus on what sir is teaching, what sir is saying. Do not distract from your path. Some of the students, some of the candidate, they will come and they will just misguide you. They will be having offer, they will be doing job, but they will be misguiding you, like saying भाई यहाँ नहीं, भाई वो नहीं, भाई ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे होगा, डराएंगे तुम्हें. But you have to be focused, just follow and trust Pankaj sir blindly. You will get through. What I did, I didn't listen to anyone. There were many barriers. There were many candidates who called me. They were saying ये है वो है, वहाँ से यहाँ से. But I totally trust sir. And today I am having around 6 offers, and 2 offers are in pipeline. And it's only 25 days I started giving the interviews. I have started giving interviews from 16th of April.
Right. So that was really very nice, Tushar. So, right, I think Tushar, all the questions we have taken, okay, today from a lot of audience, and we had a lot of detailed discussion with these guys. But what I'm thinking is, let's not invite more candidates today. Let's invite them the next alumni meet. I think alumni meet a detailed manner being conducted like this is more beneficial. What do you say, guys? Yes, a detailed interactions with the candidates is actually helping us more, isn't it, guys? So I think we will have a detailed chat with more because there were more people here, like Shrikant, Mohammed, Adarsh, and other people. But I'm thinking we will have a detailed chat with them again in the coming week and we'll discuss with them. So thank you so much, Amit, for joining us, giving your valuable
Thanks a lot, sir.
feedback. I will connect with you offline one,
Yes, sir.
and I have few things, okay, to talk to you actually.
Yes, sir. I also, sir, it will be pleasure for me to communicate with you, and you are a life changer for me, true guru. You said that you are a guru, and you have proved it, sir, that you are the guru.
Thank you so much, Amit, and very happy that I had really strong students of mine today on the show, which has given confidence to the juniors. So, guys, I think this was one of the best alumni meet. What do you say? Yes.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Right. Yeah. So we had a lot of energy, all of the people here attending. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, for making this session so amazing. Okay, Tushar, Anand, Amit. Okay, I thank you all once again, and I pray that all of you, okay, keep doing, wonderful things in IT companies and keep growing and keep growing. Right. Thank you so much. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Let's catch up the next Saturday with the remaining list of people and we'll have a detailed interaction with them. Okay.